Hey guys, SuperFoxy103, welcome back to the channel. As you can see with the title, we are back again with another vlog. It's been a while since I've done a video like this, but considering that my life has gone through some changes over the past 2 months, I've decided now that this was the best time to make a video like this. To start off, I'm no longer living at my grandparents' house. I'm now living at my aunt's and cousin's place, aka the apartment. And I officially have been living here since the 10th of June, I want to say, which was actually not too long ago. I've actually been here since sometime in later May. I don't really remember the exact date because I've lost track, but this wasn't really originally planned to happen, just to let you know. I mean, at first, I came over just to get out of the house for a little bit, so, I could have some time to myself while also being able to focus on school, considering that there are too many distractions, plus people living within the house. And I've mentioned this in part 3 of my miniature series for the quarry, but I've been homeschooled since the 30th of January, and, I just want to say that my life has become very stressful with having to deal with constant commotion. Living there, you have my grandparents. I'm going to go off through all the people that live there, the animals. I've technically lived in that house all my life, but in short, they're sort of my guardians. So, that's 2 people to start off with. Then alongside that, you have my uncle. Sometimes he brings his 2 kids over, and, they don't live there, but they do stay there for long periods of time. And not only that, it's always on and off with him living there. And then you have also my biological mother, aka Kim, plus my 3 half younger siblings, Haley, Audrey, and James. They've been living back over there since August of 2022, since they've lived there with their dad for the past few years, and ever since then I've literally had to share a room with them. Ever since they moved in, I've had to share a room with them, and honestly, it fucking sucks. Sorry to repeat myself twice, but it fucking sucks. As for the animals, you have Sammy and Molly, the 2 German Shepherds, dogs. Also, I don't know if they're ever going to get rid of Molly like they originally planned, but I can't even be too sure anymore. They can't seem to make up their mind, but it's whatever. That's their problem. Oh, and not to mention, there are 4 finch birds living there too. They don't take up too much space, but either way, with a house that small, there shouldn't be that many people plus animals, Anywho, as I was saying, when I first came over here, I originally just wanted to get out of the house for a bit so that I could get away from all the distractions plus loudness that I have to deal with almost every day with my family. Just simple shit. Simple, dumb, stupid shit. Although, I do want to say, as time started passing and the days added up for as long as it is that I have been gone from over there, I slowly started to realize how much better I like living over here, or, being over here, considering the fact that I didn't really think about living over here. But, I like it better being over here rather than my own house, aka my grandparents' house. The only people living here are Michelle, my aunt, plus my 2 cousins, Joseph, and then, Nancy, Joseph, aka Lava Wolf. Be sure to go subscribe to him. And then the only animal they have here is literally their fucking cat, Mila. Black and white kitty cat. And, Austin would still be living here, but him and his dad moved out a few years ago, so yeah, that's completely out of the way. There's not that many people living here. I don't have to constantly stress over everything, and I can focus on one thing at a time. And yes, that includes making videos plus writing out schedules for what type of content I want to make. Anyways, now with that said, I just wanted to let you all know that I'm not 100% completely settled in. I was able to get out all of my things out of the house over the course of 2 different days and 2 different weeks, but other than that, I have all my things moved out. The only thing I couldn't really take with me was my Roku TV and remote, plus other small junk that probably wasn't important, but not to worry, I can still make gaming videos. If you didn't notice this setup for when I uploaded part 5 of my miniature series for the quarry, I recorded that in my aunt's room. In short, that's where the rest of my miniature series will take place in the process of recording it. Speaking of recording videos, though, I have a few updates for you before I move on with showing you all where I have all my things laid around for now at the moment. Okay, so, I don't know if I've said this before, and if I have, I'm sorry, but just to be safe in case I didn't, I'm saying this now. Whatever plans I had in relation to creating a spin-off or reboot series for Freddy's Amazing Adventures after it's long completed, forget that I even mentioned anything of that sort. It was probably like a few years ago when I said it, but I'm no longer going to be in the works for that, like how I originally planned, or however I originally planned. I do, however, have other projects I need to work on that I've mentioned before, so, stay tuned for those. Obviously, currently it's videos, or, video parts for my series for The Quarry, plus my Lion King plush series, but I'm talking about other stuff I've mentioned. Oh, another thing, the only time I'll ever show the release date of anything in relation to Funko FNAF plush merch anymore will be if there's list leaks of what plushies are going to be made, plus screenshots shown for what their designs are. Release dates themselves are starting to become too much to keep track of anymore, so that's all on you guys to figure out for yourself now. But above all that, with me living with my cousins now, I think it's safe to say that maybe this was an extra step to my life that I had to take in order to move forward with it. There's a lot that's been holding me back, but now that I've been here, I don't really have to worry about that as much anymore. Although, as for all of my stuff, here's where I have it all placed as of right now until I get shit figured out. Oh, by the way, I have an iPhone 6s now. That's what I'm currently recording off of. Joseph gave it to me because he didn't need it anymore, and considering the fact that I have a much easier time typing out my upload plans plus shit I want to do for my videos, I guess I can just use this now rather than writing everything on paper when it comes to recording videos. I mean, from time to time, I will record using this, but most of the time, since the only other working phone I have is my OnePlus phone, I'll be using that like how I have been for the past while, since the only other two devices I had, aka my Samsung tablet plus LG phone, were destroyed. So yeah, fun! Anyways, as for all of my stuff that I have laying around, most of it is just sprawled out in the living room, while others are just sprawled out upstairs in my aunt's room. Start off, we had my little headset thing that I have not used whatsoever. My hoverboard just sitting on the floor with the charger, crayons, colored pencils, my 2 totes, box, random shit, binder, a bag full of my Lion King plushies, totes, and then, you got Baltic and Frederick just chilling there being cute little boyfriends. I got my bags of my FNAF plushies, some bags lying around, my clothes, and then, a little basket full of random shit. I mean, I also got over here on this TV stand right here with this big ass TV. In the bottom parts of it, we got my box full of my favorite cutouts and other random shit, my miniature Hatchimals, toys and other random shit in here too, my FNAF mystery minifigures that I have, plus little pint-sized figures, some of my PlayStation 4 games, discs, random thing of Flarp, a basket over here full of some of my random shit. Again, I don't know what it is I'm gonna do with all the shit. This is just where I have a place for now until I figure stuff out. This has some jewelry in it, and then in this drawer we got some random Goosebumps books plus an I Survived book, and then 3, maybe 2 movie discs for Monster High. There's nothing in this drawer, I just realized. And then, of course, on the couch over here, we have my long pink body pillow, plus one of my blankets there. I don't know where my second one is. Actually, no, I think that's in the wash right now. But heading upstairs, which is literally where everything else is at. Also, I just realized my pink blanket is right there. It does need to be washed, though. Heading upstairs. Gotta go to my aunt's room. Bathroom. Nancy's room. She's sleeping with the light on. Joe's room, can't go in there because it's clothes. And then Michelle's room. I did have a big bag of clothes over here. I just don't know where it's at. They're probably being washed. Big ass TV that I would record for my miniature series remote. Same as my TV that I have at my grandparents' house. That's probably no longer to be mine. Clothing, some shit that I have for my hygiene and junk. My Chromebook for schooling. And then, of course, my PlayStation is sitting on the floor with my Quarry, or my game disc case thing for the Quarry. It's hooked up to this TV, obviously. You got freaking kitty Mila. take a moment to appreciate the sleepy kitty. Yeah, you like that. Alright, anyways, over here is where I have all my junk cluttered up, or at least the rest of it than what you've seen downstairs. Got my book bag that I usually stuff my shit full of. If you couldn't tell from looking right there, I have a little piggy keychain that Joe gave me. My controller, some notebooks, you know, just some random shit that I have for my setup to sit right here on the bed so I could record my videos for the quarry. And then, you know, I got my box full of random shit. We got my little pencil case full of pencils, and then paper with some sort of shit on it. I used to put my video lists in here. You got Pepper over here just chilling with everyone else. This fuzzy pen that no longer works, we're going to ignore that, and you know, just the typical stuff that I have stuffed in here. Also, I do want to say that I have these 2 new stuffed animals that I got a little while ago. Michelle gave me this. It's a cat, a brown, white, and then black cat. I don't have a name for it yet, but you know, if you guys have any ideas, you can let me know. But by the time you do, I'll probably come up with a name. And then also I have this F.A.A. Schwartz Husky, which is kind of like Pepper here because they were made by the same company. So yeah, I got all that. And then again, this junk piled up for like a little setup. We got my puzzle that I gotta end up getting around to doing a video off of, you know, putting it together. These 2 FNAF books for the Silver Eyes and Twisted Ones. Computer, HP computer that I use to set certain stuff up for my channel. Some notebooks and sketchbooks, and then, you know, some little folder things, just shit like that. Ignore the toothbrush. But yeah, this is all really where I have my stuff cluttered up right now. Also, gumballs. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down in the comments below some video ideas. And I will see you all in the next one.